So when we were choosing our ident, we decided to opt for Photoshop instead so we can alter the image. And it's called Closed Door Productions. And we had to alter the colours and make it black and white rather than its red and yellow hues, because it really didn't fit in with our dark and cold sort of atmosphere that we were trying to portray. We used the blur effect from the effect controls and increased the radius. Also, we created a vignette effect as well, just to make it all closed in and focus on our protagonist. When our protagonist is running, you can see that the Foley sound of running has been amplified, and we did that using the microphone from our DV cameras. So we made our actress, Alex, run in one spot, and so we had to use a lot of cropping tools, copying and pasting the same noises, and trying to change the levels of volume to make it more realistic and in time with the running. So that was a really long process, but worth it. And for our title credits, we decided to use After Effects. We're going to use Premiere Pro, but the variety of effects were limited. And we used Times font, and we tried to keep all the same size, mainly 28, but because all of them were resized initially, they were changed into images, so we had to look in each scene and try and make sure everything was to scale. The font is a bit simple, but we used a fade up effect to introduce them and a slow fade out. With sound, we were looking mainly for non-copyright, so that was our keyword on YouTube and online. I was focusing mainly on using SoundCloud footage because most of them are, copyright free. Searching mainly for Silent Hill ambiences because the game itself has a lot of good soundtrack. At the same time, different ambiences of the forest, just to make everything come together and make the audience swarmed into the movie opening. Pretty much the entire opening sequence is very dark and sinister, and we created that atmosphere by going onto effect controls, decreasing saturation and manipulating the hues. A few of our scenes look really blurred, and we did that by copying and pasting the same footage, placing on top and changing the speed of the footage by right-clicking and going on speed controls and decreasing it to 50% or increasing it by 50 as well. So we did that to make everything seem out of place, especially in her point of view. And to make them both link together, we just decreased the opacity of the top footage. I think that at this point everyone has been complimenting this shot because it has a lot going on. We have the overlay of the trees, again we've lowered the opacity, and our main title is done in Photoshop. I did it as an example at first because I was just testing out different effects and different fonts from thefont.com. But instead we just decided to use it because in the end we couldn't find the original font, we couldn't manipulate, and like most of our titles we also used a fade in and a slow fade out. Now when she wakes up everything seems a bit warmer. When it came to sounds of cars and clocks ticking, we had to also get non-copyrighted music from YouTube, and we just had to edit quite a bit and place them in the right order. You can hear at one point the drone gets louder, and we used the pen tool to try and amplify it a bit more, so we were clicking at random points of the audio and increasing the level of it. Also, when the protagonist starts typing on a phone, we also couldn't get Foley sound, so we had to Google typing, and that was even more of a hassle because we had to take out each of the typing clicks and cropping and copying and pasting the same thing using razor tool. I think when it comes to creating a title sequence, the most important software was probably, for me, Premiere Pro, because without it we cannot put together our footage and create a sinister atmosphere that we are intending to make. All the conventions of a thriller needs, dark colours, cold hues, so they had a lot of editing, editing options, so you could change the colour grading. If anything, if we didn't have enough time, we'd probably just need to correct the colours. And also, under the time pressure we had to create this piece, including different rough cuts to get feedback, Premiere Pro gives you so much, resources and guidance as well if you aren't sure about something. Technology is extremely important when you want to make a title sequence because firstly you need the titles. Without that, we did try and draw the titles on a whiteboard, but it really looked tacky in the end because we've asked for feedback. It was you need to space it out more to get the audience more into the action of the opening rather than just names flying at you. So yeah, you can adjust sizes, you can crop. Everything is really important when you produce and edit because it comes down to grasping your audience's attention in like within the first 2 minutes. So if it's really dragged on, it feels really slow, no one's gonna watch the movie. So